Here's an update on our legacy planting. This is its 4th year here. So this last year we didn't do any pruning really whatsoever. We were planning on machine picking this, but we realized that a lot of the fruit was down low in the center of the plants, and if we pruned for machine picking, the crowns are already narrow, like, you know, the thicker canes, the base of the plant, it's narrow, but there's a lot of like small branches and shoots near the bottom and center, and a lot of that fruit would fall down in between the catcher plates. So for this year, what we're planning on doing, you know, to slow down the plants a little bit and to get them into like production mode, we didn't prune at all, and we're gonna hand pick these just to slow the growth down a bit. Because what would have happened is if we ended up pruning these, they would have grown too much and probably grown well into fall, which would have resulted in a poorer bud set and then more winter damage. So this is the route we're going. Looks pretty good. There's some disease here and there. I'm not really sure what it is. Most likely it's just frost damage, because these do break dormancy quicker than the other varieties we have, because of their low chill hour requirement. And a lot of the flowers you can see do seem a bit damaged by blight. But yeah. We have Elliot there in the background. It has much less shock virus this year than it did last year. Here's some injury on the legacy here. You can see, you know, the branch is alive from down here, but it got burned up top. And here's some more winter damage. And you can see it's more prevalent on the tops of the plants, whereas if you go down in the base, some of the less vigorous branches and canes, which we would have ultimately ended up pruning off if we decided to go that route, are the ones, you know, that are bearing the fruit and have like viable flowers. So that's the reasoning behind that. So with this high fruit load, what it will do is, one, it'll increase profits for us, even though we're going to be hand picking it. But then also it'll slow down the plants a little bit. So we got more of like the less vigorous growth up top, which is ultimately good for our long-term goal of machine harvesting. From far away, these plants look fine, but if you look closely, you can see that there is some obvious winter damage. But yeah, this is their 4th year, and they're actually doing really well. In the background there we have Duke, which is in full bloom, also doing very beautiful this year. But as you can see on these plants here, there's just a lot of flowers. And that's some more Duke, and then we have some more over there, some more legacy. And I'll give you a close-up of that. Again, it's just doing really well. And there's a lot of bees in here too. I can see a bumblebee queen. Yeah, these are a lot of flowers. And this part of our field has less frost too than other parts, so yeah. As long as they get pollinated, which I'm sure they will, because I hear a lot of buzzing as I'm walking through these rows, we should be good. You can see here some more winter damage, especially on the tops of the plant. So this is the growth that was latest to come on. So these shoots up top were probably growing in well into September, maybe even October, and so they're the first ones to burn and die. And this is a good example. So you can see on the top of the plants here, there's a lot of winter damage, injury, blight, injury, whatever you want to call it. But if you look down low at the base of the plant, there's not so much of it, and there's a lot of flowers, viable flowers that'll become like viable fruit. So yeah.